Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of Alien Invasion RPG Idle. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you some tips and strategies about how to get meat and ice meat. Especially when you're approaching the late stages of the game, what is the main use of these two resources and what are gonna be the best units where you can farm them, you can get a lot of them. Now, meat is actually the most common resource in the game. Is gonna be the one that you're gonna drop right as you start, and it's the one that all units are gonna give you meat. So once you start in this area, these humans are gonna give you meat. Then as you unlock the main area, every single human, every single unit, right, is gonna give you meat. Then some humans are also gonna give you some special additional resources like DNA, like blue eggs, and so forth. So the idea is that meat, is the basic kind of resource of the game, together with blue eggs, and then with crystals, which is the premium resource. But meat is like the basic unit. So you're gonna be needing meat to get your alien to become stronger. Then of course you're gonna need also DNA and other stuff. But most of your upgrades are gonna depend on meat. Also some upgrades in the black market and in the bot shop also gonna cost meat. So you're gonna need meat to get your alien to become stronger and to unlock different things. So that's the usage of the of meat. Different markets are gonna need different resources, but meat is like the basic resource. Once you unlock the winter zone, which is this large area in the right side, you're also gonna find that humans are gonna give you not only meat but also ice meat, which is this specific unit that you can find resource you can find only in the winter zone, which is going to be important once again to get certain upgrades or certain things that you can only find in the winter zone. For example, the ice market, very important to make your alien immune to freeze, to increase the power, so how quickly you can kill the units in the winter area. The ice meat income, so you can increase the amount of ice meat you collect from humans, and even more experience, you can level up faster. So all these things can be unlocked through, as you can see right here, both meat and ice meat. Unfortunately, in my opinion, these upgrades, especially the bottom three, are way too expensive. Like they scale up too much, so they become too expensive, and therefore it's almost impossible to max them out, literally, because like you don't have enough resources. Like the game doesn't give you enough resources to be able to max these things out, but it's fine. And you might need also ice meat for the winter bot shop, and yeah, for some other stuff. I don't know if in the gem shop you're gonna need ice meat, but yeah, it's gonna be overall like that. Then you also are gonna have two farms that you can increase in this case through the essences, so green essence and then red essence, where you can generate passively over time ice meat and also meat. And then every now and then, before it gets full or once it's full, you can collect it and you can keep increasing the overall amount in this way. So this is pretty much the basics of meat and ice meat, what they're useful. Now if you go to the main stats page, which is this one right here, there are two main upgrades in this case, two main screens that you're going to look at, because these are going to directly relate to how much meat and ice meat you can gain. So regarding meat, if you go to what's called the extra human cost, if you click on it, you can see that this is where you can increase the amount of meat you collect. You get meat from the bar system, you get more meat from fridge, which is the black market, and then you can see that the events also are gonna give you bonus meat. And the more you play, the more you unlock these bonus meat percentages, the more meat you gain. And that's why you can see that I have all these extra bonuses because of the events, because I participated in many events. Lately I have been participating a bit less because the game is kind of dull for me. I've reached a point where I'm just kind of bored by it, and I don't really need meat or ice meat or even crystals. But you can see that overall I've got different bonuses, and that's why I got so much extra human cost. So that means that every unit that I kill gives me more meat because of all these extra benefits that I have, mainly through the events. Instead, if you go to the ice meat can also be increased through the events. For example, the event right now that is going through, that is this 5-day event, where you have these two specific drops that you can catch, you know, the ground drop and then the flying drop, is also going to increase the amount of ice meat. For example, you can see right there that once you get 20,000 leaves, you get plus 15% more ice meat. And this is exactly what you see if you click on your stats icon and you go on the top side right here. See event ice meat, the extra percentage. And then on the bottom, you can see that you also from the power system, you get more ice meat income. And also the ice market is the main way, you can see here I have it times 17. So it's the main way in which I'm increasing the amount of ice meat I'm earning. Remember, this is all from humans. So this is all from the units that you kill, that you collect. And so that's it. So that's pretty much the overall scenario about meat and ice meat. Now talking about the units. Now I would argue that there are two main spots where you can farm these units. The units are going to give you the highest amount of ice meat. Now the one is going to be this spot right here. The units are going to spawn in this area, so right below this winter base. Don't worry about the units right here because they have a very high cooldown, and also the units up there. Don't really worry about them because also your winter bots, as you can see, are already gonna farm those units. So you don't need to let your alien idling there because you're gonna be already collecting these units that are gonna give you both meat and ice meat by yourself. Even if you have like 2 or 3 winter bots, it should be enough. So make sure that you always kind of farm this area because these units instead are not, I don't know why, but they are not targeted by your winter bots. So if you leave your alien right here, it's gonna be guaranteed that you can farm them idling, and you can increase a lot your amount of meat and ice meat. This spot right here is the best one because it gives you the highest amount of base like meat and ice meat. The best spot actually is this one right here. So these units are the ones that are going to give you the highest amount of meat and ice meat. But the fact is, once again, this spot is a spot that your winter bots are will target already by themselves. So you don't need to idle here because you're already going to be farming it through your bots. Of course, it depends on how many bots you have in the winter area. But I will argue that if you have like, I don't know, 5, I don't know how many I have 12. But I will argue like if you have around 4 or 5, it should already be enough and you should already be farming these spots because the winter bots are always going to target the spots that are going to give you the highest amount of value and resources. So if there are humans right there, your bots are going to go there and going to try to farm them. So yeah, that's it. Every other spot, for example, this spot right here from the snowball battles, is good only if you need also blue eggs. So if you're still in a stage of the game where you need also blue eggs, then this spot may be good because these units have pretty low cooldown. They're gonna give you meat, ice meat, and blue eggs, which of course is the best, trio of resources. But if you don't need blue eggs, then I would recommend not to farm that spot, but instead to farm this one, as I said before. You get a lot more of resources, and yeah, that's it. So that's the video about meat and ice meat. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it, and thanks for watching. See ya. Bye bye.